Uh, Devetya sir, with your permission, shall I start?
So please start.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you, sir. Uh, Good evening, everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here today. We are holding this program for celebrating our International Women's Day, which we could not do on 8th of March, as many of us were traveling from Singapore to India. So, and Sunday was also chosen because being a holiday, and we can expect many people to join in this program. We celebrate this International Women's Day every year, but this time it is going to be a very special celebration, which you will soon find out as program progresses to its next juncture. On behalf of ISA National, I welcome you all to this special program. Coming to the theme, coming to the X of this national or international celebration, we all know that females, they play such a crucial part. Rather, we are every one of us sitting in this room. We are privileged to be present here deliberating upon this program because we are born to a female. As a mother, she is a person who teaches you very first lesson of life, shows you the meanings of love, courage, bravery, emotions, and so many other traits. And she's the person, I think, whom you always feel comfortable to confess, to unhide the things which you cannot do with others. And the first lesson in the life is the mother. So we always remember her for everything. Every time we feel a little sad, a little, in the happy times also, in the sad times also. Then come our, if we have a lucky enough, we have sisters also growing with us. We learn so many things from them, our sisters. As a sister, she teaches you so many things which we may not be able to express to others. You become a very balancing act between the genders. That platform is provided by the respective sisters. Then comes in the life your wife, and in between the friends also are there. Many female friends are there, which also help you to make a better person, a polished person. Then the wife's roles come into your life, and she is the person whom you always feel as the best friend of your life because I am conveying my feelings. Maybe somebody may be having much superior feelings also that they can express in the coming lectures and coming speeches. Then comes the daughter. The daughter, I think everybody loves and feel very happy to have a daughter. They make you proud of their achievements. I have seen so many people here who have got daughters and they always keep posting their pictures and their achievements on the Facebook and other social media. That is a thing to be very much proud of. Now coming to the professional part, I think I will be sticking to the anesthesiology as a profession. We have seen so many females making wonderful achievements in the anesthesiology profession, and many of them have progressed to the administrative superiority. We are privileged enough to have our lady presidents, ISA presidents here today, who our anchors will be interacting. And this is a moment of pride because all the lady president on one platform is a very, very, rare phenomena happening in ISA. And how their journey embarked upon and this during this traveling from their right from the beginning till ISA president, that also will be discussed. And then we have Dr. Maya Tandan also, our first lady Padam Shri awarded anesthesiologist. And she did a commendable work for which she was awarded. And she will also be here to share her wisdom, her points of, encouragement to youngsters like us. And for them, we have our three ladies of our governing council, Dr. Rekha Das, Dr. Manisha Kattikar, and Dr. Indrani Hemant Kumar, who will be holding the stage during that period. Then we have got a surprising package for you. One is this one, what you called, release of our ISN newsletter paper, the February issue. It's based on International Women's Day. Then we have got the release of cultural club video as well as the Art and Literary Club release video also. So that will be coming. So now I request our President Sir, Dr. J.V. Diveta Sir, to give his words of wisdom to and share his experience about this day. Diveta Sir.
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Bajo. And I think this is a very special occasion that we are meeting on. We are celebrating International Women's Day. Uh, and it is a special day because it is the one day we actually recognize and celebrate the role that women play in all our lives. Just like we live every day, but we celebrate a birthday. It's not that all other days are insignificant, but I think today is the one day where we really celebrate the role that women have played in our lives, starting from birth till where we are today. And I think we are, as anesthesiologists, we are very proud to celebrate the role that they have played in our society, society of anesthesiologists, in the profession, in the science of anesthesiology, and also in the social service of that anesthesiologists are involved in doing. And we are really, really fortunate to have 4 past presidents of the ISA, women vice presidents of the ISA who are there with us. We will, of course, share their wisdom. They will share their experiences. But more importantly, I think they will inspire other women to rise to leadership positions and to lead the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists and other associations that they may be involved in. So the ICA has been there for over 75 years, but we've had only, I think, 5 women presidents. We see lots of women in leadership positions at the state and city levels, but I think at the national level, there seems to be some sort of hesitation to join the top leadership position. Even now, we've got only 3 women members in the governing council. In the previous council that I was in, there was 2, and before that there was. So, I think we need to have more participation of women in the leadership positions of the ISA, and they can make a huge contribution with that. I think this is a very important evening. We will all learn and we will all share their experiences, and you will continue to inspire not only other women but also all of us in how we can do better for our profession, better for anesthesiology, and also how we can do better for the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. I welcome you all, and I thank you all for sparing your valuable time and being with us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, President Sir. It was a very encouraging speech and motivating also. Now I request Dr. Ganesh Prabhu, our Vice President of ISA, to give his message to the audience here. Dr. Ganesh Prabhu.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, very much audible.
Okay. Good evening to our President, Secretary, Treasurer, and all the Governing Council member and other women in this forum. I am very happy to participate in this program. First of all, I wish all the women in this forum and also all over the country a very happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day to all. By the way, women are always doing amazing and commendable job. They are proving themselves every day and in every department that they are not behind every male and they are superior to everybody. So their work should be always appreciated and encouraged. And so this trend should be continued, I wish. And I once again wish all of you a happy Women's Day. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh. Now I request our Editor-in-Chief, Dr. Rakesh Gar, to deliver his speech, please. Unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Dr. Bajwa, the Secretary, ISA National, respected Dr. Divetia, President of ISA, and all the ISA leaders, and the most important, respected all the women power who are there in the meeting and otherwise also across India and the globe. I wish each one of you a very happy International Women's Day. And I believe that, and I think all of us believe that women are the real architect of the society, whether it's personal society or the professional society. I think they are the person who, by the virtue of maybe God gifted, the multitasking, and that too in a more efficient and in a perfect sense, they are doing it. And they are definitely a source of inspiration to all of us. We need to admire their courage, their strength, and simultaneously, with this courage and strength, they are extremely kind and humble. And that is what we need to learn from the women power that we have. And that is why the ISA is celebrating the strength, the determination, the perseverance, the resilience of the women power into our community. We had an editorial in the ISA very recently where we have talked about the women empowerment in the perioperative period also. And we know that starting with Dr. Rupa Bai Fannonji, who is known as the first female anesthesiologist. And this editorial by the female editors, they have very beautifully encapsulated the collective journey of the female anesthesiologists around us. They have really emphasized nicely that how the true joy lies in our shared achievements. And that's the importance of them to be part of our life, in fact, and our growth together. And this is how we are sharing the commitment to excellence, not only in India, but I think we as anesthesiologists from India and the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists is excelling all over the world. And I'm sure that the Indian women anesthesiologists will continue to lead the way in the world, and they will be the best among the globe, taking our specialty, taking our society to the best level. Thank you. And once again, my best wishes to each one of you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh. I request if Dr. Bala Venkat or Dr. Bhimeshwar sir is there. I'm not able to see the videos here. Anyway, whenever they log in, though, we will get a message from them. In the meanwhile, I'm very thankful to Dr. Chetna Agarwal. She compiled the videos of today's in a very beautiful manner. I've gone through those videos. She has done a wonderful job. And also the other coordinators of our Art and Literary Club, Dr. Maya Balerao, and other people who have been very much instrumental in bringing the new things, innovative things in the cultural club as well as in the Art and Literary Club. Now I hand over the stage to Dr. Rekha Das, Dr. Manisha Kartikar, and Dr. Indrani Hemant Kumar, madam, to take the things forward from here. Kindly, please.
Thank you, Dr. Bajwa. So today is a day where we are remembering all the great ladies of this world, particularly the people from the Anesthesia Society. And the first lady that we would like to remember is Rupa Bai Fannonji. So we would like to speak, I would like to speak a few words on her as an Anesthesia Society. Madam was born to a Parsi family. She was the world's first female anesthesiologist who practiced medicine in Hyderabad and played a major role in introducing the use of chloroform as an anesthetic in India. In 1885, she began her studies as one of the 5 women who enrolled in medical courses at Hyderabad Medical College. And in 1889, she obtained a degree of Hakim, which was equivalent to the medical degree at that time. Then she pursued medical degree from Johns Hopkins Hospital, Baltimore. And here we would like to remember that this was a time when even famous ladies from the medical fraternity were refused admission in any of the colleges, in medical colleges in America. Famous for a surgical technique of fallot of tetralogy, she was refused admission at the Harvard Medical College at the similar during the contemporary times. So such was her, she had an impact, and she studied there at the Johns Hopkins Hospital, and later on she was encouraged from Dr. Annie Besant to go to Edinburgh, where she gained more experience and knowledge in anesthesia. Because anesthesia was not a recognized subject then, she obtained diplomas in physics and chemistry, which were related to anesthetics. And she had an influential voice at the first and the second Hyderabad Chloroform Commission that was held in India in 1888 and 1891. And later she administered anesthesia in the British Residency Hospital, presently known as the Sultan Bazar Hospital, and Afzalganj Hospital, which is known as the Usmania General Hospital. She retired in an administrative member as one of the greatest leaders of the World Anesthesia Society. So with a few words, I would now request Dr. Manisha Katikar to speak about Anandibai Joshi, another great leader of anesthesia fraternity. Madam,
Yes, we all know Anandibai Gopalrao Joshi. She was born in Maharashtra, and we all know her as the first Indian female doctor of Western medicine. Her original name was Yamuna, and was born and raised in a Marathi family. As was the practice at that time, she was married at an early age of 9 to Gopalrao Joshi. He was almost 20 years senior to her by age. After her marriage, her husband named her Anandi Gopal Joshi. Her husband was a progressive thinker, and usually for that time was unusual, but he supported her education. She got graduated from Women's Medical College of Pennsylvania in 1886, and the topic of her thesis was obstetrics among the Aryan Hindus. In late 1986, she returned to India, receiving a grand welcome from all the Indians. She was appointed as physician in charge of the female ward at the local Albert Edward Hospital in Kolhapur. She died of tuberculosis at the age of 22 after doing a practice only for 2 to 3 months. In spite of doing practice for so less days, she rose to fame for her sheer determination and hard work to become the first Indian female to study Western medicine, and definitely she has become an inspiration to all others who came after her. So, namaskar to the great souls of Anandibai Joshi and Rupabai Furdunji. And I think we will continue with our programs. And we have inspiring ladies in ISA who are our past presidents, and we have to listen to their words of wisdom. So let's start with that, the most interesting program or the most awaited program of today's evening, that is interaction with the past lady presidents of ISA. We have with us today Dr. Vasudhi Divekar Madam, Dr. Manjushri Ray Madam, and Dr. Pramila Chari Madam. Unfortunately, Dr. Premlatha Madam could not join today because of her some personal commitments. Welcome, Madam. Welcome all three of you on the dais of ISA National.
Thank you.
Namaste, Madam. So, I'll start directly with the question and answers. So, Madam, I want to ask to Divekar Madam, what inspired you to pursue a career in anesthesiology?
Can you hear me? I think.
Yes,
Yeah. Actually, to be very frank with you, anesthesia was not on my mind at all. So I just have drifted into it because it was a strange thing that I had gone to Europe with my husband. He was doing the artificial kidney for the first time in India, and I had only 1 year there. So he said, my friends were there in UK. So he said, why don't you go there and do something? So actually, I was interested in pediatrics because I had no idea about anesthesia, to be very frank with you. In those days, undergraduates, I think they didn't look at the anesthetist also. Sorry to say. But I went to England and my friends, they were doing anesthesia. So they told me that if you want to go back in a limited time, I wanted to go back in a year. So they said the best thing to do is anesthesia. Okay, you can go to London for shopping, right? And then take your exam and come back. So that was the state of anesthesia in England at that time. That is 1960. Quite a long time back. That's how I came to anesthesia. And of course, I have loved it. And I had a great time with anesthesia. Yeah, and I also had a chance to do my DA in England, and my examiner was Professor McIntosh and Barry Brown. So that was a great experience also. And I came back to Mumbai, and actually, I am a member of the ISA. Actually, exactly this year, 60 years, 60.
Wow. Very good. My God, really.
Great to know, ma'am.
Excellent.
And I'll tell you also some interesting things in that. I entered 1964, and that was the last conference of ISA with the surgeons. So actually, we had a great fight there because many of the anesthetists said we can't sustain ourselves. We won't have the capacity to be on our own. So we must be with the surgeons. So some of the senior people, they said, no, we must. Hey. So we had a vote, voting which took place. And of course, we won. And that's how we separated from the surgeon. Actually, I was a witness to that. So, and of course, we had the first IS conference in Hyderabad. The Professor Venkatrao had done that. And that was a great experience because, and also it was the silver jubilee of the surgeons. And I had the privilege of seeing and giving a memento to Professor Dr. Radhakrishnan, who was the president.
Wow. Wow.
He come for the silver jubilee of surgeons, not us.
That's great.
And that was interesting, I think. And yeah, so I am 64 years, 60 years old in anesthesia society. So,
Great, ma'am.
Ma'am, 60 long years in anesthesia. And even though you tripped into anesthesia not actually wanting to be in
yeah,
it is India's fortune, it is our fortune that you have been, a pillar in ISA, ma'am. And we are very fortunate to have you with us. And my question is to another lady who has excelled and made an indelible mark in ISA, and she is Dr. Pramila Chari. Madam, my question to you is, who inspired you in your journey in ISA to get to the top post?
Well, I'll tell you, to start with that how I joined anesthesia reminds me because it's the same story as Mrs. Divekar. Yeah, ma'am. You see, I was doing my OB-GYN. I did DGO also in gynae. For 3 years, I was working as an assistant surgeon in Bhilai Steel Plant, where my father was general manager, Bhilai Steel Plant. So after that, I got married, and my husband, Dr. Chari, he was MS from All India Institute, and he wanted to do MCH under Professor Balakrishnan, who is the father of plastic surgery in India, and of course in the world also. So he came here. When I came here, we came in the middle of the year, like in June. So I couldn't get into, that time there was only one entrance test in January in all the subjects, not like these days, like twice. So I couldn't get into. Then our director, Professor Chutani, he called me. He said that, okay, 6 months you don't sit. We have no very short of staff in anesthesia. You work there under somebody, and then after 6 months, you can see whether you can get into OB-GYN. So I was working. I was very fortunate to work with Professor Sujit Pandit at that time. Dr. Harveer Singh was ex-India at that time. So Dr. Pandit impressed me so much. Now he's in USA. He left and he was practicing in Ann Arbor. Now he's retired. But he inspired me to become an anesthetist. And of course, after that, Professor Harveer Singh, when he came back, I was very active in anesthesia. I worked. That's how I joined anesthesia. And how I became president
it was not like that I had wanted to become. But then the activity in PGI for Anesthesiology Society was so much, like Dr. Harveer Singh, Dr. Verma, all of them. We used to have a lot of regional meetings. Then we did have a national meeting also in Chandigarh. So I was very impressed, and I continued, and then I took cardiothoracic, then endocrinology, and like that. And then when I became HOD, after that, my residents and faculty members, they prompted me that, ma'am, you've done so much in the department, you must contest for presidents. So I did, and I won. So that's how I became president, and how I joined anesthesia also. That's the story. Yeah, that's right. I have really no regrets, and I really enjoyed all my. I retired in 2005 after 36 years of service. And really, I now also, like, I'm so blessed to have worked in PGI and to be associated with all the PGIs. And of course, after becoming ISA, I made a lot of friends all over India. That's right.
Madam, I remember you seeing in Darbhanga National Conference, and I was really impressed by your talk and all. And that, I think that was the year you became the president subsequently, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I was president-elect, I
And
think.
those were my early years in ISA, and I was really impressed by your speech, your
Yeah,
address.
even we have seen even many of the conferences in our early days in ISA. So we still remember you as a very dynamic lady, and it is really inspiring to listen to your journey in ISA to achieve the topmost position as president of ISA.
Thank you, sir.
Madam was, I think, sitting president in 1994 at Jaipur conference.
Yeah, that's right. I had a fracture hand at that time. Jayal
Yes.
Singh admitted in our ICU. I couldn't even attend at that time. And he just died a day before, so I got unreserved compartment in the train.
Yeah, we all know about that story.
And to add to that, I will just add one thing. You have been seeing Madam only in one or two conferences. I have been living in the vicinity of Madam. So what we used to hear about Ma'am, and whenever we used to meet her or in the conferences or other thing, Madam's hold on the subject, on the administration, that was uncomparable at that time. Could not be compared to anyone at that time I'm talking about. But this was very much, famous in Chandigarh and area in around Chandigarh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our next question would be to Professor Manjushri Madam. Madam, as we all remember, since she became a president, we have never had a lady president. She was the last lady president of ISA in 2010.
2019.
And Madam, my question would be, how does this year theme, as you all remember, invest in women, accelerate progress? How would you would relate this to your work? You are now in an administrative field, and how would you relate your contribution to your work at ISA as investing in women and accelerating progress?
Thanks, Rekha. And I also would like to thank entire governing body, especially Dr. Divetia, Dr. Vajwa, for organizing such a wonderful program for lady anesthesiologists on the occasion of International Women's Day. I think the International Women's Day was started in 1911, but it was not very popular in India, even in 80s or 90s. Now, basic goal was by the United Nations is to invest in women so that they can accelerate the progress of entire world. And this year, they have a campaign, a special campaign, that #inspired inclusion. And as we all know, the goal of this theme is to create a space that is free of bias, stereotype, and discrimination. And that is especially for underprivileged women. Discrimination is still very, very prevalent, especially in village and remote area. And we all have witnessed such thing, especially in my tenure as a principal in a remote medical college. I witnessed many women, hardly 23 or 24 years old, third or fourth para women having 5 to 6 gram hemoglobin. Even they don't have right to say that they doesn't want another baby. So this is the reality in India. And I think we all women, and why only women, each of us should work something so that we can address such problems in our country. As far as its relevance in ISA platform, I would like to say that the women in other field, like other field, the lady anesthesiologists also face similar types of problem in their workplace. But I'm quite confident that my lady anesthesiologists, they know how to handle such problems. If you ask personally me regarding the society status, I can say by my personal experience that I have not seen any biasness, at least during my tenure. Rather, my senior, that time Dr. Manorama Mittal was sitting president and Dr. Premlata was immediate past president. Even I shared room with Premlata madam. So they all are very kind. They are always helpful and encourage me for the growth of ISA. So I have not seen any biasness, at least in ISA platform. So rather, I would like to say, I really don't know why the lady anesthesiologists, they are not involved themselves in All India platform. And in this platform, I would like to say all lady anesthesiologists that you are very much active at city level, at state level. So please contribute at national level.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, madam. This is
Inspirational.
one of the most important advice you have given to all of us. As you said correctly, many lady members are active at city level, few at state level, and very few at national. So this, our President Dr. Divati also wishes that this trend has to be changed, and we look forward with your inspirational word. We and so many of the young girls joining this program. We look forward for this change.
And we will wish for a better future and more lady anesthesiologists will be in the national platform.
Thank you, madam, for your good wishes. Our next question would be to the founder president of South Asian Confederation of Anesthesiologists, Madam V.M. Divekar, Basumati madam.
Yeah.
Madam was the first SACA Congress. She was the first president of the SACA Congress that was held in Dhaka in 1993. Madam, I'm correct?
Yeah, actually, I was. Actually, in 1980, we had a ASEAN conference in Singapore. So at that time, all nations were grouped together, you see. So we, South Asians, we didn't have a platform there. So Dr. Samad Chowdhury from Bangladesh was there in that meeting. So both of us had a talk and I said, why not start our Society of South Asia also? So that way we used to meet at the world conferences, most of them. And in 1988 in Washington, all the countries were represented of South Asia. So we got together and decided that we should form a society. And I still remember the Pakistan people had brought lovely samosas for us.
Madam, my question would be, what are the challenges that you faced? You have done so much of work as a leader in the ISA. So
Yeah.
what were the
So
challenges that you faced
we formed the society
during your tenure in ISA?
We formed officially the society in AIMS in Delhi, in Dr. Kaul's office. And our first conference was in Dhaka, Bangladesh. And I was the founding president there. So actually, we used to, every country had, once in 2 years, we had to host the.
ये ना इससे नहीं ज्वाइन हो रहा है जूम मेरा, इससे तो ज्वाइन हो गया, संदीप बता के भी गया था।
Yes, madam. Divekar, madam, please
I'm
continue.
not-
Yeah,
I'm not
so we had that, and we used to have the meetings, but I think we should. They had the last conference. We had one in Pakistan where I had also attended that, and we had. I think in India we have had one in Chennai, and the other day we had one in Kochi.
Yes,
Madam, my question is, what were the challenges that you faced
Challenges
yes,
is getting
during
the
your tenure in ISA as a leadership position in and different in your activities in your academic field, in your leadership positions?
Yeah. Actually, I would like you have talked about Rupa Bai. Can I tell you one anecdote which I have? You see, about 4 years ago, one Parsi gentleman came to me and he said, "Do you know Rupa Bai?" I said, "Yeah, I know her." Not personally, of course, but I know about her. And they were compiling Parsi, this thing, contribution of Parsis to India. And they wanted Rupa Bai's. Actually, you'll be surprised to know that I have her certificate of passing in Edinburgh. So I had the privilege of giving that to them. And also many of her photographs were there. And a very interesting thing is that the government of Hyderabad were giving them, her family, yes, thing, pension of rupees 25. Can you imagine? In 1900.
Ma'am, your president tenure was a smooth sail, or you had plenty of problems to face in your.
It was the smoothest sail ever.
Okay.
Because in those days we didn't have mobiles, and so there was no communication as such unless you telephone them, which was quite expensive. So actually, in 1985, I had proposed that I would like to stand for the presidentship. And in June, I wrote a letter to everyone. So till November, there were no problems there. And then, can you imagine, there was nobody against me. So standing against me. And to be, actually, I think that year there was a record that the entire governing council, president, vice president, it was unanimous. There was no election that year. That was, I think it hasn't happened any time later also. So that was one interesting
They
thing.
accepted your leadership. There was no unanimity was there, so that is the biggest thing for all the other leaders also. How to set this kind of a precedence. This is been a very it must have been a big honor for you since you didn't have any opponent and everybody was unanimously
Yeah.
voting.
And I would also like to mention that there were two things which had happened in my presidency. One was that we were able to make the specialty societies in that year. But there was you will be surprised to know that there was so much opposition for that from senior anesthetists. They said, "Why do you need subspecialties?" And that's how that was formed in that year. And I think the first one was the pain society was the first one which registered itself in that year. And I think that's.
Thank you, madam, for your inspirational words.
Yeah.
Now, I think Manisha will take over.
Yeah, my next question to Dr. Pramila Chari, madam.
Mhm.
Madam, we have been celebrating International Women's Day at city level, state level, national level. What do you think? What is your opinion? What programs has to be conducted in such kind of celebration of IWD? And we also would like to know is it important to celebrate such kind of events, especially in ISA?
Well, I think it's a very difficult. I am a person who had never discriminated myself with any men or anybody. Like you had another question also, that what is your opinion about gender bias and things like that. So I feel that the more you sort of a have a division that you celebrate, then you put a woman in a different pedestal, which I don't agree. So many people may not agree with me, but I never faced any problem in my career or with anybody, or even when I was an ISA president. People really listened to whatever. They had no issues involved. Even in my profession here, being from South, being in Punjab, being a lady to achieve like headship and to deanship also, like vice dean I was in PGI. But then it was all like it. I tell you, there's only hard work which makes. Hard work, commitment, and love for the subject, it makes you. So I will not be in for or in favor of celebrating a Women's Day like separately. Then you must celebrate International Men's Day also. So that is my opinion. So many people may not agree with that. I don't like to be segregated, and because I'm women, I should get some privileges or I shouldn't get any privilege. That's my thought. That's all.
No, madam, but forget about getting privileges as a woman, which we do not get at all in any of the field in anesthesia. But then to celebrate this kind of day, as what Dr. Manjushri Ray madam said, to encourage more and more young ISA ladies to enter the mainstream of ISA, it will definitely help. That's what is my take on this.
No, to encourage women like you in your workplaces, like you encourage by showing that you see you have just like Rakesh Garg said that women have a lot of multitasking. So that thing has to be encouraged, like you love for your family as well as your profession. So in your work, you don't have to be like, that's my opinion. Please pardon me if I hurt anybody. I don't think by celebrating International Women's Day or Women's Day that you encourage them. You see, wherever you're working, you must make the person that you just grow by your work, commitment, love, and love for the teaching. If you're in a teaching profession, the way you teach, you adapt to a technique, you advances like you, and you develop yourself, and so you develop yours along with the ladies who are there. I may, like many may not agree with me. So that's my thought. That
Yeah. So every day should be a Women's Day
Dr.
rather than
Manisha.
one day, celebrating
Dr.
one
Manisha.
day.
Yeah.
Dr. Manisha, I think ma'am is right here. Actually, this
Yeah.
is the just one day where we do the symbolically, which we are doing
Yeah.
throughout the year.
Yes.
Throughout the year, we are celebrating the Women's Day. This is a symbolic expression on one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That way you segregate them. Yeah, we have celebrated you for one day. The rest of the day you are not there.
Madam,
every day
we
is Women's Day.
completely agree with you that, okay, International Women's Day, we don't have to have it as a separate entity as such. But you said there is no gender inequality, that's your
I never said.
opinion.
I said I didn't face. I
Gender
never.
bias. Okay.
I didn't
But
face this.
the number tells it very clearly, ma'am. In ISA itself, you are the only 4 or 5 people in the top position, as amongst
No, but then
so many men.
I'll blame that for the person itself. Why
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
you see, everybody said in the regional area they work a lot. That's
Yes,
because
ma'am.
you can attend to your house and then do. That's why you're regional. If you have to go for the nationals or international, you have to leave behind your family and go. Then why can't? Why if the husband is there, if he can go everywhere, why can't you go? So
Yes.
that understanding has to be personal in the family. So you see, you start everything at home. Not that you expect others to celebrate this and make you special. No. At home, you say you are equal, you are doing this much, so that everybody shares it. Then the person can go ahead. That's an individual. You see Mrs. Devekar, she went up to she was SAC president, everything. So how did she do it? How did I became? In my area, I can tell that nobody else was there like this. No, it is individual.
Ma'am, I agree with you, but it is not just in medicine. if you look at the corporate, if you look at any place, the numbers will tell you very clearly. Whether Supreme Court judges, there aren't many women. If you look at politicians, there aren't many women. So the numbers are very clear that there is a gender inequality. But however, there could be reasons why women do not want to purposely, get into the leadership, probably because, they have other, they have motherhood, they have pregnancy,
Very true.
they have to take care of, which men cannot.
Very
So,
Which,
and
you don't say that.
education of children, there are so many things which
Yeah.
are obstacles in their, in their rising high. There are many obstacles, ma'am. So that probably that could be, a deterrent why, women are not so many women are there in the upper level of leadership,
No,
So
I
that's
fully
my
agree.
opinion. But
No, I fully agree. But then don't you think, like I said, women, the amount of problems we face in, just leave the profession, maybe in the family, don't we ever come out of it? So we are best person to deal with adverse circumstances, and we know what's going to come. So when we work with a colleague or from like superiors or subordinates, we know that what sort of, and we can tackle without fighting it. In the house, that you don't leave just because you had a fight. You don't leave the home because you're attached to the children and the husband. So similarly in the profession, I think women are a better person in the profession or anywhere, but then challenge has to come from within. We have to
absolutely,
think
I
that,
think modern women, I
yes.
think, yes, ma'am. Modern women they have more clarity, confidence. They are tech savvy and they have,
No, do you consider me modern or ancient?
You are modern, ma'am.
No.
By your thought
If I'm
process,
going
you are
to be
modern.
modern, I'm
And I
80
think,
plus.
ma'am, no, what I
Your
would
thought
say
process
is,
my modern man.
no, because the men at home are giving us equal independence. I think that is the reason the professional and the home life balance is better, well set, probably nowadays. Because as if you just heard, Manjushri Ray madam, once upon a time, women did not even have the right to decide how many children they want to have.
Very true.
That is the kind of women who have been, subjected to a position today when women are, they are better placed, they are more savvy, they can handle erratic schedules in a better way, they can strike a good professional, and personal life, home balance is much better. That's, I feel, days are changing.
These are changed.
That's my opinion.
Indani, I would like to add one word.
Dr.
And
Divakar sir.
President sir wants to speak something.
Not as president, but I'll invoke the privilege to butt in.
Sure.
Sorry. So, Indrani, but this, we understand that there are many problems that you have, and how all the problems that you mentioned, and no one is denying that these are real problems. The reason why you are here, and the reason why all the past presidents and the lady presidents are here, is so that you serve as role models to women who strive to achieve but are somehow diffident, somehow cannot overcome their problems, find difficulties in convincing family and friends that this is what they want to do, but they can't they're afraid of taking that final 1 or 2 steps that they need to do. And you should be mentoring all your younger colleagues to play the role that you have played so far. And I think Dr. Chari ma'am, with some apologies, I entirely agree with what you say. We shouldn't segregate the Women's Day, but this is one day in which we can have this discussion, and we can get people together, and you can inspire and mentor and lead and teach your younger colleagues how you how to go forward if you want to do these things. The experiences and the problems you have are something unique which women understand and women share, and maybe we don't understand as much, but you have found solutions and you have found answers. So maybe you should be leading your younger colleagues to take forward leadership roles in the society.
Absolutely agree with you, Jiggy, that, we have to give a hand to our colleagues, and we have to bring them up. We have to, if they need a mentor, we should be there, right at their doorstep whenever they need. I agree with you on this.
That's
My
the
next
reason, madam,
question
we
is,
are having all these skills now.
One point. Only thing I would like to add here, the situation is definitely changing. In our time, we hardly see 15 to 20% girl student, lady student to join MBBS course. But now it is most of the institute, what I observe, it is 50% or more than 50%. So situation is definitely changing, and we must hope for we will have the better future.
To end
Yes.
to end this discussion here, I just like to highlight, see the vision of next 15, 20 years. Nowadays, if any examination, you see the number of the girls outshining the boys, outnumbering the boys. A time will come when all this day international men's day will be celebrated with this type of discussion. What is the opposite going to happen?
Yeah, very
Dr. Bajwa,
Very
this
true.
is a patriarchal society.
No, ma'am, it's changing. It's reversing now. It's reversing.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Let's
next
move
question
on.
is to
Let's
Dr.
move on.
Manjushri Ray. Madam, can you share any memorable experience during your tenure as a president, or some key milestone or accomplishment which you feel, all of us should know?
I was president in year 2009. So that year, WHO declared as for patient safety. And there were many guidelines, especially there were one guidelines for surgical patient safety. And that includes approximately 10 points, 10 guidelines, of which around 6 to 7 are directly related to anesthesia. During my tenure, should I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
can hear you.
During my tenure, I tried to promote safe anesthesia practice all over the India, especially in rural hospital. Because in practice, what we see, there's lots of difference if we see a corporate hospital and a typical rural hospital. So my motto was to promote the safe anesthesia practice. And still today, I feel that some anesthesiology, they are suffering a lot because of their compromised infrastructure, especially in the rural places. So if we can ensure the safe anesthesia practice, that will not only be safe for the patient, but also for the anesthesiologist. So that was my primary goal, and try to promote all over India. Second thing, what I would like to mention about that year, we faced lots of difficulty, especially with the IJ, and lots of plagiarism issues were there. But I'm thankful to all the governing body. During that time, Dr. Chakra Rao was secretary, Dr. B.B. Mishra, my younger brother, he was treasurer. And entire governing council helped me a lot. And we made certain rules and regulation and guidelines to prevent such thing in future. And I would like to mention especially the name of Dr. Harsur. He did a wonderful job during that time. And after that, we all know we have many editors who worked for the upliftment of IJ. And now Professor Rakesh is doing the wonderful job. So we must congratulate him for his excellent performance. So these are the two things I would like to say. I try to reduce plagiarism in our journal and to promote safe anesthesia practice.
Yes, ma'am. I think absolutely we need, I mean, even in today in my hospital, we practice the surgical safety list, before every surgery. And I think all hospitals are following it now. And thank you, ma'am, for your inputs. And my question to the other presidents too will be the same. Madam Pramila Chari and Madam Divekar, what initiative, have you implemented during your tenure as president? Or would you like to share anything which stood as a milestone during your president, tenure?
Okay, to ma'am Divekar first, maybe?
Divekar ma'am?
Can't see,
No.
madam, Divekar madam.
Achha. Okay, then I'll
Yes, ma'am.
I'll answer.
Chari madam, you go
Yeah,
ahead.
answer. Like, see, in our time, as Manjushri said it, like she, of course, was later after a long time like that. But before, in our time, safety was very, very, like we didn't have monitors, we didn't have oxygen. Cylinders used to come from Delhi to Chandigarh. Even in a place like PGI, we did have problem. So I remember when we had a meeting in Orissa, so they were having this sort of a problem. So I met Sri Biju Patnaik at that time. And he asked my opinion how we can, like in peripheries and all, how we can have oxygen for patients of ICU or maybe sick patients. At that time, oxygen concentrator was in vogue. So I just had advised and gave him suggestion that you can have these battery operated oxygen concentrators and that will help. And he did. Like he was a very dynamic leader. Biju, Naveen's father, like Biju Patnaik, he was CM. And to my knowledge, that at that time, to many villages, he on rent basis, like he did keep some battery oxygenator. Apart from that, our stress always used to be on safety. It's not like these days that you have no residents would operate a patient without an EKG or pulse oximeter or ETCO2. It was not like that. We went by everything by clinical. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Yes,
Primary
ma'am.
goal always use the safety of the patients. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Do we have Dr. Divekar with us?
Ma'am, I think she must have
Ma'am,
logged
we
out.
have traveled so far from the days of no oxygen, no monitors, to being fully tech savvy. I think we have traveled very far.
Yep,
And
that's
thanks to all of you for being stepping stones, for all of us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a last question to ask to all the faculty.
Yes.
Yeah. Madam, we would like to know from both Pramila Chari madam as well as Manjushri Ray madam, are there any specific skills or qualities that you feel that they're crucial for women to succeed?
I think
We heard about
we
heard about that self-determination is the most important thing. But
Yes.
then that is also, but some Manjushri madam, please.
I think we are already privileged. God has given us lots of qualities and skill as a woman. And I think we just need to have proper utilization of the skill which already we have. And that utilization of such skill can make a woman very, very successful. In my personal life as an administrator, I am principal during last 12 years. And I can say I never faced any serious student agitation like my many male dean or principal used to share. So I think the way by which we deal our student, and we have something, what should I say? Our behavior and our method to deal with any problem is quite different than the normally the man used to do. And that skill, if we use, definitely we can be the successful. And I think just proper utilization is important. And I believe I have made this message very clear to all of you.
Thank you, madam. This would be the last question to Manjushri madam and Pramila madam. Madam, what would be your mantra? Just some mantra to the young woman and aspiring anesthesiologist or those who are interested in leadership roles. Madam, tell it in a crisp manner.
Yeah.
The mantra.
Say that. I'll tell you. You see, like Manjushri also said that, we should be thankful to God that we are blessed, actually. Like, because we manage, like, in the, in the family circumstances also. Similarly, the mantra is that don't think that you're inferior to men and you cannot achieve. You abreast with, like I tell you, if you're an academic or anywhere, like in another also, there are, like I say, 3 T's are there, like teaching. Then you have a good treatment pattern and technology. You be abreast with technology. The 3 T's I always say. And the 4th one will be the total commitment and passion to whatever you're doing. Like you are very passionate about your family. Similarly, you have to be passionate about your whole profession, your colleagues, juniors, and residents. That way, like if you have many children, you try to satisfy everybody. Why not same thing like in a department or superiors or colleagues? So I always say 4 T's, teaching, technique, your advancement, total commitment. That's what is my, in a crisp manner that you.
Madam, did you have anybody to mentor you or to encourage you?
You mean like
handholding
lady?
by anybody?
Lady, you mean lady?
Anybody,
No,
somebody above you who has helped you
Dr.
to rise
Pandit.
to that
I
level
think she said
Professor
that.
Pandit.
in
I
your
say,
profession, madam.
Yeah, Professor Pandit, Sujit Pandit. He's still alive and he's there in Los Angeles. He was in PGI. Yeah, he encouraged. He was the head at that time when I came. I wouldn't have chosen anesthesia. And then apart from that, how in techniques you excel. Like women have a really good hand and good technique. You just feel shy. Don't feel shy. Go ahead, have courage to surpass everybody, but for that you need a commitment and hard work. No substitute.
Manjushri madam, some wisdom of pearls from you.
I must say to my young, energetic lady anesthesiologist that you serve the ISA sincerely with full devotion. And if you do, by that, people will automatically recognize you. And in course of time, you will become a very, very popular leader. So no extra quality is required. Work hard, work with full devotion and sincere.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you,
Thank
all
you so
3
much,
of you,
madam.
all for this special words of wisdom. And thank you very much for joining this evening with us for the International Women's Day celebration.
I
Thank you
must,
very much.
Bajwa, you all, and Gigi, and everybody like those where I met everybody after long, that I'm so happy that I was participating in this. And I really, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bajwa.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody.
I request now our trio, the तीन देवियां हमारी GC की, Dr. Rekha, Dr. Manisha, and Dr.
Manisha.
Rani madam, to at least interact with our first lady anesthesiologist who won the Padam Shri, Dr. Maya Tandan. Madam is waiting there in the room and wearing that stall which we felicitated her on 11th of this February by going to her place at home. So I request all the 3 of you to kindly interact with her now.
Welcome, Padma Shri Dr. Maya Tandan, madam. Welcome to this platform of ISA National. And we are so privileged. Yeah, we are so privileged to have you here. It was nice interacting with you in the morning also. And we would like to listen to your words of wisdom. We are really proud of you. You are the first lady anesthesiologist to receive, in fact, the first anesthesiologist to receive the Padma Shri award.
No, ma'am. The first Dr. Raj Gopal is also there. That is male anesthesiologist.
I'm really sorry. No. I'm really sorry, sir. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. So, madam, you have received this award with your dedication and hard work, especially in the field outside the OR. So, we would like to know what qualities are essential for the anesthesiologist to achieve to that state or that highest awards in the Indian Constitution.
Now, listening to all the stalwarts, the past ones, the presidents who have given us such a big advice, because I'm really thrilled that I'm not speaking on the subject. I'm not speaking on anesthesia inside the theater. I'm speaking of anything any help to be given to a person outside the hospital. Not inside the hospital, but outside the hospital. And that's the difference. And that's why the almost 3 decades of journey after I retired is a little bit about myself. I'm born and brought up in Ajmer, studied in Sofia School and College right from KG to 12, came to SMS Medical College, did my DA in anesthesia in 68, 72, I did my MS anesthesia and became a lecturer. And when I was a lecturer, I went to UK on a Commonwealth Medical Fellowship in pediatric anesthesia under the pioneer of pediatric anesthesia, Dr. Jackson Rees, Alan Stead, Hamilton, all these people were there. And Liverpool, they were all there, so I was interacting with them. Also went to to London, Great Arm Street, London, all these places during my 1 year. And that was a thing which, gave me a very good beginning that I should continue in anesthesia only. And when I was a lecturer, became reader, professor, senior professor, and head of department also I became. Then the Jekyll Hospital that was under progress, I was instrumental in getting the operation theatre and ICUs done at that time. So very long back, 1994, I would say, I did that. And I joined as superintendent Jekyll. And during my superintendentship, there was a 3-day course for the police officers. And our Dr. N.P. Singh, who was there in Delhi from AMCC, told me that, Maya, can you get a 3-day course done for the police officers at the Rajasthan Police Academy? I pulled up my resources and I got it. And it was a very, very successful event. And during that time, there was a photographer who was capturing the event. And after 3-4 months, while I was still superintendent of Jekyll Hospital, he calls me up and says, ma'am, today I'm alive only because of you. And these are the words. I thought I should do something. Even after my retirement, I should continue with going to the public and saving lives. So I started my first this NGO. So 3 months after my retirement, 1995, I started an NGO to give training on how to start save the life, but to give training to the bystanders. Now, bystanders, nobody had gone till now, till that time, till 1995. When I went there, nobody listened to me. The public wouldn't listen, the administration wouldn't listen, the politicians wouldn't listen to me. So it was my conviction. I should not fall, not, be degraded or not to do anything. Let me go consistent. I went on consistently giving these trainings. But as per the norms of the American Heart Association, the CPR, the international body which is there. So CPR was going on with me. Along with CPR, intentionally, I went to the British Medical Journals at those times, 1960, 68, 69. And I found that European Resuscitation Council was another international body that deals with sequential handling of a road accident. And when that came into my mind before my retirement, I made a course and I said, I'm not going to go as per the norms of the American Heart Association because our public will not be able to do that. So rather than giving the basic life support course, I named my course as a basic life saving course. And today my basic life saving course is very, very popular. People call me as a lifesaver on the road, and I'm very happy that I've come out of the theater and come on the roads, and I'm a public figure. And my almost 3 decades of journey has been recognized by the Honorable Prime Minister, and I've been given this award. So this is my journey till now, and conviction is there. Convenience of the other person. If you have your course and you're speaking to somebody, if the person is not willing to listen, just stay away from it. Don't be impatient. Just leave him alone. Next time will always come. It was always the next time. It was always there. Always there. So the sort of say, I say whenever I was speaking to in public, a time came when people started saying that, yes, we want to listen to Dr. Maya Tandan. And I always had a team of people along with me. I was never alone. In a trust, we have a full team of people. So today I have a dedicated team of very big doctors which include a gynecologist, a physician, a dental surgeon, the AFMC person, an anesthesia who's very, very good. So all these things are there, and an IRS officer who are there with me throughout. So this keeps me going on, and I'm giving these courses everywhere. What to say? Sky's the limit.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, congratulations on your accomplishment and getting the Padma Shri award, ma'am. Actually, I wanted to ask you what inspired you to take up this cause, and I got the answer from your previous, what you said. What I would like to ask you is how can anesthetists get involved in trauma care, and this interdisciplinary collaboration in trauma care is so important. Do you think we are optimal in India as far as these interdisciplinary collaboration is good? How can we help with the improvement of this?
You see, right from the day one that I'm there, my anesthesia team has been there with me always. And whenever I've interacted with them, I've told them one sentence, which I'm also going to tell all of you today. Anesthesiologists are front runners in road accidents because we cater to the intensive care units. And being in the intensive care units, we are taking care of all the seriously injured victims. So post-op and all these things. So a patient of trauma is going to come to the ICU, a seriously injured. Normally, if not coming to the ICU, he goes back home from the OPD. Or he comes to a physician or surgeon and being treated by that and does that. But a seriously injured victim has to come to the ICU. And that is how it came to my mind. And that anesthesiologists are front runners in saving lives. Always used to tell my WhatsApp group in anesthesia, why don't you also come and join me? And there you would listen. They wish to. But then, you see, as my previous speakers have said, we go to the theater, go in the morning, go to the theater, work till evening, go back home. There's a family waiting for you and all that. So in 1968, when I had an opportunity to do, I said, I'll go to anesthesia because at least day and night, for a few years, I'll have those meetings, but my children will grow. So let me opt for anesthesia and opted on my own. And today I have no regret whatsoever because it is the anesthesia background only which has given me this thing, this award. The Padma Shri Award has come only because I'm an anesthesiologist. And I have never shied about telling the politicians that I'm an anesthesiologist. And today anesthesiologists are having a very good thing. And what change has come over the last 2 decades in the young anesthesiologists, the budding anesthesiologists that has come, they are not the same as that what we were. Although we have given over anesthesia and all these things and all that. But today with all the amenities, the way they have grown by leaps and bounds, can you imagine the young anesthetists, the way they've come? It is exemplary, I must say that. So my coming over to you as anesthesiologists, I've explained that coming out of the theater, coming on the road, be it at home, a gas cylinder bursts at home. What have you to do? There's a electric sparkling, and two women die due to electric sparkling and all that. Nobody knows how to handle. Nobody whatsoever. Believe me, and I'm not wrong there. Nobody knows. So all these things are being incorporated in my sequential handling of an accident, be it at home, in the office, and elsewhere, anywhere. So my PPT and the videos, they're complete, totally complete, and they're all ours. We've not taken from there. In fact, everybody else is wanting to take them from us. And that is why I have an IS today to say, and I'm even planning to speak this, that it is only one module which should be taken, and it should be Sahayata module, which should be, our trust name is Sahayata. So I want to go and convey to you, and I want the ISF fraternity also to go and say that just because the Prime Minister has honored me with this thing, you also say that why not anesthesiologists? We should also have that privilege to go and speak to this thing, to say that only one module should be taken up. If each person takes road safety and life safety is a slogan that has been given by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways every year during the road safety weeks and road safety months this time. This time it was road safety month. But what happened? When you go to the United Nations Decade of Action of Road Safety, our Prime Minister goes there every 10 years. He goes and says that we are going to give a reduction in mortality rates in accidents in India by 50%. Believe me, in the last 3 decades that I am there, not 1% reduction in road accidents, and only a few states have shown reduction in mortality on road accidents by only not even 1%. And as the WHO and Wikipedia, they've always in the last 3 decades have said 2006 continuously from that time, in the whole entire world, India leads the world in road deaths. We are ashamed of all this. What to do? So when I've come to this place and today I've been blessed with this honor, believe me, I'm going to speak. I want the ISA to speak that only one module has to be picked up. And if my module is picked up, we will be taken over in the entire country. This module will definitely take up. And I would like to add that I'm going to take advice from all the stalwarts of my anesthesia, because I don't know too much about inside of this thing, but outside the hospital, I'm well versed. Whatever is to be added, I'm going to share my PPTs, videos with all of you. I'm going to send it to Sukhvinder. Let Sukhvinder go to it. Let him send it to all of you. Go through them. And I want some advice from you all also, because I'm not in anesthesia at all since the last 3 decades. But despite that, my fraternity say, no, ma'am, you have to be with us because you are a motivating force at this age. Now, that's something which I feel, come on, justify it. Why should I not be there? So I'm really there for the present anesthesiologist groups in my WhatsApp.
Sir, you want to say something?
No,
Before
let madam finish. Let madam finish first.
So I think next question come over, whatever.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And it's already we have conveyed from the ISA national side the felicitation, the respect we have for you. And as conveyed by the Jaipur Society of Anesthesiologists and Rajasthan Society of Anesthesiologists in our meeting on 11th February, we will definitely take this module into our armor. We will discuss in the GC meeting to get it a formal approval, and so that we should work upon the logistics so that we can take it to every city and state. And as promised, we have to name it ISA Sahayata module, because if the ISA has to disperse to every city and state, this will discuss in our forthcoming GC meeting, ma'am. And most probably it will be done. So, but for the roadside safety, we don't have any module at the moment. For my ISA side, we will definitely adopt it. So it will be all the logistics will be discussed in that meeting, ma'am.
So, I never say road safety. I only say life safety.
Life safety, ma'am. Basically, ma'am, roadside also life safety, teaching everyone on the roadside, bystanding everywhere. We will discuss all the logistics, ma'am, in the meeting, and we will come back.
But what I want to say is speak to all this. Life safety is a medical component. It is not in the know-how of the general public at all. I asked yesterday also, does anybody know how to shift a transfer to a head injury patient in the log roll position? What is 90-degree log roll position? Nobody knows. I asked them how to back, if the person has fallen on the back and injured the spine, which is a bundle of nerves supplying from neck onwards down to the limb, a person not getting any support during the transit to the hospital, wrong method of transportation to the hospital, he ends up being paralyzed throughout his life. Anybody goes to his place if he's the only early member. Like, there's so many innumerable questions in my mind which I've been asking to my participants, and there is no answer whatsoever. So, like road safety, all right, Sukhvinder, but we have to say road safety and life safety.
Road safety to hospital. What I mentioned is road safety to the hospital. Everything, whatever
road safety, life safety to the hospital.
Yeah,
life safety has to be mentioned because my component is a life safety component.
Yeah, Dr. Divetya, sir, you wanted to say something?
Dr. Maya Tandan, madam, we are extremely proud of your achievements, and we are even more delighted to hear that your anesthesiology background contributed to your ability to train and disseminate and educate people, and that you're still proud of the fact that you're an anesthesiologist, even though your work outside the OR has brought you great recognition. And we are very, very mindful of the fact that we also need to join you in this mission in some way, and we will definitely take this forward. Heartiest congratulations. It's a recognition of a lifetime of work, and I think it must be a very fulfilling moment for you. But I think it will be even more fulfilling if your work continues to go forward, and I'm sure we will help in some way in taking partnering with Sahayata for some of these aspects of life safety. So
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It really means a lot to me. Lots, let's.
And I
No.
think there is one question for you. At the outset, I would like to congratulate you for bringing so much of laurel to the ISA Society. Madam, trauma is actually a multidisciplinary. So many people from different walks of life, they work there from different disciplines. What would be your advice to the anesthesiologist? Would they completely devote themselves in trauma care, or how would they work? Some of them are working even in trauma at the institution level, some are working at the field level. So how would you clearly define so that they have a clarity of work? Would you give some advice on this regard?
Sure, Rekha. You see, I would tell the aspiring anesthesiologists that you do your work inside the theater, do it day and night, till such time that you feel you've done enough. And then, while you are still young, have the aspiration to become an ambassador in life. Because when you are still young and you aspire to become an ambassador, I have become an ambassador today at the age of 86, having turned 87, starting my 87, 3 months gone already. But if a young anesthesiologist today thinks in terms of becoming an ambassador, our Prime Minister has so many walks of life where he says that if you go to an institute and if you give your module there, they can make you an ambassador. But then for that, you'll have to take my module and go concomitantly with an anesthesiologist. I went to Mumbai. I've also met so many anesthesiologists, Indranida, Hemant Kumar. I met her personally also once. So everybody knows that I'm working. But to the aspiring young anesthesiologists, I would like to say, start coming into this and devote time towards the public so that you start developing interest. Not 24 hours only anesthesia, but after 8 to 10 years or 15 years of experience, at the age of 40, 45, you still have 10, 15 years before your retirement. You already entered into that domain and you are known for that. And then by the time you retire, you can apply for becoming an ambassador anywhere. And anybody would take you because your experience of 15 years before your retirement speaks to you. Am I convinced?
Yes,
Convincing?
thank you so much.
That is the
Very
thing.
well
Because
said.
for me, things come automatically because it's not passion. I'm only living because of this life safety.
Yes, ma'am.
And
A
today
lot
I
of
can
work lies ahead of us, ma'am. And thank you for this, taking us towards that. Thank you so much.
It was really nice to listen to the crux of success stories of Madam and Madam Maya Tandan. And I can proudly say that Padma Shri, Dr. Maya Tandan, Madam. And we are really interested to follow the sequential handling of road accidents, the module which she has developed, and with our president and secretary now promising that, and will definitely come to a good conclusion. And thank you, madam, for joining us and giving us
let me just thank my family. My mother, who's no more at the moment, but she's been instrumental during Women's Day we are celebrating. My family who has been with me, my office bearers who are there with me, and most important, 2 young officers, youth officers, who are there with me, whom we have trained as training of trainers, and they are the ones who are disseminating my module everywhere. Had I not, because we don't have the acumen to operate the laptops as efficiently as they are doing. So my hats off to them. And the way I have done that, the second generation should be trained while you are still young and brisk in your work. If you do that, there is nothing you can do. You can give and take. We can I'm giving to them, they are giving back to me. So give and take relationship is always there with children. So they are my children and my family and friends, and everybody has been there with me through thick and thin, and really happy for that. Thanks a lot for calling me and taking my interview. Sorry.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am. It was very encouraging, inspiring, motivating, and what else is very difficult to describe. But we are really overwhelmed by your speech, your words, and we are looking forward to many things which we will be working together for that module also. Now, I think it's a time to release important things. First of all, I like to inaugurate this our this one issue of vapor, which is dedicated to the International Women Day celebration. The theme is of International Women Celebration theme. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So this is our this one February issue of vapor, and this is our governing council. Then this form of family benevolent fund, I think, should be popularized throughout India. Everybody should be part of this family benevolent scheme. This average team, see, I'm being helped by our associate editor, Dr. Madhuri Kurdi. So see, for every successful man, there is a successful woman. So Dr. Madhuri is also there. And see, our editorial board on this, see, there are so many females. They are outnumbering the males. So I'm telling that things are reversing now. These are the contents page. And then we have a editor's note. I think everybody will get opportunity. It will be released and to all the groups tomorrow morning. Then notice board is there. You can always go through the notice board. You can see wherever the CMEs and conferences are happening in our country. So you can go through that. And this one, ISA online PG classes, ISA, IJ REAP, and Clip and Crisp series. They are going to start from this month only. They had some hibernation period. Then the articles are there. And today's contents, female anesthesiologist by Dr. Neeru Sani. It's a very good article. Just go through it. Then Dr. Shibu Sasidharan has also written about celebrating the pioneering contribution of women anesthesiologists, a tribute on International Women's Day. These are our editorial team. Then Dr. Raksha Kundal, she has written about the balancing act, the exceptional traits of women anesthesiologists in perfect harmony with patient care. It's a very good article. Then see, the ad for our family benevolent scheme is everywhere. Everybody should be joining this one. Then there is another topic, the research in pregnant women, the ethical conundrum. Dr. Swati Jindal has written this. It's a very beautiful article. You will get so many quotes also. Then Dr. Gorita Srivastava, she has written about the freelancer female anesthesiologist, balancing life and practice. Wonderful. She has given some tips and some words of wisdom in this article. Then there are exclusive interviews for Women's International Day. Dr. Prem Latha, our past president ISN National 97, she could not come on the stage today because of some prior commitments. Her interview is there. Then Dr. Aparna Budekar, she is a renowned now yoga expert and meditation expert in her country. So she is doing the workshops almost everywhere. She's also coming out of the realm of anesthesia and doing a wonderful job regarding fitness, meditation, and yoga. She was there in the last I saw her in the Gurugram conference. Then there is an article about the interview with the health and nutrition expert and fitness expert, Dr. Balarupa Girija Kumari. She is a wonderful person, as an athlete, as a fitness expert, and a nutrition expert. You go through this interview and you will love to hear so many things which I think many fallacies will be left behind regarding nutrition and health keeping. See, so many YouTubes are there, so many videos have been uploaded on the YouTube, her own private channel. And I welcome to everyone to the ISACON, 71st ISACON at Patna, Bihar, and the registrations are open. And we are considering to decrease the registration from 1st of March, 30th of 15th of April. So we will be, I think, considering that part, but I think we have to see the organizing committee before finalizing the rates. but we have the workshops also coming up. There will be 13 workshops, and each workshop has got a course director, and each workshop will be very, very beautifully conducted. This we can promise you. So we will be sending out the flyers very soon about all the workshops to every group of ISA. These are ads of our cover you, the people who are doing the insurance for our anesthesiologist, health insurance as well as indemnity. Then the Scanray is supporting our newsletter, is subscribing to it. They have got all the micro continuous and infusion pumps. Then the ISA branch activities, there are so many activities you will get knowledge from this Ahmedabad city branch, the workshop, the airway workshop. They were having then capnography workshops at Abizag city. Then you will get all the activities, Hubli, Dharwad. We had a PN Vishwanathan memorial oration on the day we were having scientific committee meeting at Patna. They were having this oration. Then it's a Palanpur, Gujarat city branch. That's they also did their activities. Then this one important lady anesthesiologist of ISA shining at Tata Half Marathon in Mumbai. Dr. Aarti Patwa, she did a very wonderful, job by completing the marathon in a 21 kilometer in a very fast time. And no, the full marathon rather. Dr. Sangeeta Deshpande completed a half marathon in that Tata Memorial Marathon. Then Dr. Ajita Anachatre, she won that icon of the cardiac anesthesia in the world in the valedictory and accolade ceremony of multi-specialty international concern of heart failure in women on 25th February at Hotel Taj, Mansi, New Delhi. We have the youth Parnika zone also, articles by our young anesthesiologists. Your essays on is the trend of picking a career in anesthesiology swinging toward girls. It's a very beautiful essay written by Dr. R. Aishwarya. Then there is a Dr. Mrinalini Singh. She's a senior resident. She has also written her views on that. And Dr. Nimi Sridhar, she is another youth of anesthesiology. She is written on the same. Her views also will be read very widely when this newsletter will be released. And Dr. Chayan Bhaumik, he has also given his side of viewpoint. And our master quiz, Dr. Rama Krishnan Reddy, he is the director of this quiz program, and along with Dr. Budya Kumar, they have formulated the Women Days quiz. The MCQ, it will be wonderful to answer if you can get all the answers right. And arts and literary pages, I'm thankful to Dr. Maya Balarao. She's a wonderful painter, especially with the watercolors. I've been to her gallery, to her place in Pimpri, Pune. This interview is about her, and her work will be showcased in this event. See the wonderful work of the art with the watercolors. She has, especially on this Women's Day celebration, she has painted a special painting, various shades of women. And then Dr. Indrani Hemant Kumar, she's a wonderful dancer. She's a wonderful anchor, a wonderful person. Right, she from a younger age to still to a younger, very younger age to young age till now, she has performed very well. This interview with her and various photographs. She's never, she never this one like shortage of the enthusiasm and energy. She's dancing at the daughter Sangeet ceremony, then even at Pebble Beach on California. And we invite everyone to contribute to the ISA newsletter paper because it is released every month. So this was a release of. Thanks to Dr. Madhuri Purdi once again, because I was at Singapore, she was doing all the hard work here to take out this issue on time. Now it's a time to release this one cultural club video.
But I think Divatia sir wants to say something.
Okay. Then I will.
I just saw the hand being raised.
That was a clap.
Oh, okay, sir.
No, sir, please.
From all of us.
I just want to say
Clap
for the excellent edition of Vapor that has come out.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Clap.
Let me
Yes, sir.
Share this one. Tell me if the sound is audible or not.
It is audible.
Yeah, thank you. Just enjoy.
We can't see the screen, but we can't
Dr.
see the
Bajwa, we
screen.
cannot see the video.
Okay, okay.
You have to share the screen.
Just wait, just wait.
Yeah.
Let me do in a different manner then. Because I was recording on the YouTube, that's why there was a difference. Just wait then. Just tell now.
Yes.
Okay. Sound also? Just see.
Yes.
Fine. Thank you.
गाए फूफी और चाची, गाए नानी और दादी की, मेहंदी मन भाए सज जाए हरियाली बनी, मेहंदी रूप निखारे हो, मेहंदी रंग सवारे हो, हरियाली बनी के आंचल में उतरेंगे धारे, मेहंदी है रंगने वाली, हाथों में गहरी लाली।
Wish you all a very happy Women's Day 2024.
That was a wonderful composition, mesmerizing. I think our cultural program heads, Dr. Manoj, Dr. Manisha, Dr. Rekha, the wonderful work, and Dr. Special thanks to Dr. Chetna Agarwal. She did all the compilation, and in the ensuing video of that from Art and Literary Club, it is another video. I'm just going to share that also. Just give me a 1 minute, half minute rather. Let me share that also.
Thank you, dear Dr. Chetna. It was really a wonderful compilation. Thank you very much. We all were busy at Singapore and you did a marvelous job.
She is very good at this kind of work, and we really congratulate her for that.
Visible properly?
Yes, yes, you can see.
Today, I'm going to tell a few lines on International Women's Day theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate the Progress. Invest in women, accelerate the pace. To secure potable water, their wellness embrace. Educate the girl child, ignite a spark. Invest in literacy, light up the dark. Self-employment schemes, empower their stride. Fuel the nation's GDP with strength and pride. From the womb, let projects bloom for a nation healthy and wealthy, dispelling gloom. Smiles on their faces, milestones unfold. Invest in their joy, let development take hold. Women as investors, accelerators, and more, driving progress forward to new shores. Thank you. Long live ISA.
Warm and cozy in she is, like a seed inside a pod. Unknown of the life she has to face when thrown into this rat race. She strives hard to emerge out as a seedling braving the earth, with hopes of being tall and strong, and also loving, tender, and giving birth. She wants her shoots to touch the sky, while her roots are deep in ground. She wants her branches to grow wide, and her trunk to be thick and strong. If she grows, she knows within, she shall take her tribe along. For the fruits she bears are not for her, but to all they belong. Give her love, invest your time, and just wait and watch. She will nourish, nurture, let you grow, while protecting you from wrath. She is the tree, standing tall, with her head held high, allowing other saplings to grow without feeling shy. She is giving, the Kalpa Vriksha, have no doubt. Just bow to this mighty force and give her a shout out. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Deepa here, Senior Consultant at NU Hospitals, Bangalore. Who is she? She enters this world by her, introduces her little one to this world. She falls, she rises, she seeks, she strives. She is rare, she is real. Any role she plays, she seeks for perfection, first from her and then the rest. She sees a role model, disciplines herself to be one. She is the soul of a family. She is a flower. At odds, she can be a thorn too. She is known for her grace, both in and out. Integrity is her cup of tea. She holds hands that seek her help, her love being unconditional. She competes, she leads, she never compares. With passing years, she paves her path. She sets high standards and firm boundaries. She lives the poetry which she cannot write. Why would anyone not invest in her? She is a perfect accelerator to progress. Thank you. Wishing you all a very happy International Women's Day 2024.
She was Shakti, she was a creator, she was goddess of the gods. She walked on the earth, fertile grew land, and rejoiced every creature. With mother caring, rejoiced the land. Centuries passed, fast forward to the present day. Look at her state now. Glowing face has lost all its grace. Long lustrous hair is now tangled and matted. The 9-yard wonder is torn and tinged with blood. The magnanimous walk has lost its direction. Lips that spoke of progress and prosperity now trembles to utter even word. Glory of the past haunts her. Now all she sees is weight of trauma and insults, crushing her and cornering her. Then she lets her cry, or more like a roar. Earth shakes and she stuns everyone. From darkest corners, she has found her strength again. Now the whole world looks at her with bewilderment. She broke centuries of suppressions and oppressions. Now she walks tall with stalwarts. Her sunken eyes has regained its previous glow. Be it education, art, culture, politics to economics, dancing, entrepreneurship to spirituality. With multiple responsibilities and multiple feathers, she is ready to fly and reach for the stars. Gone are the days of suppression and oppression. Now she adorns the courage and honor. She is ready to lead than to be led. She is ready to show the path than meekly to follow. Give her way to let her breathe. Aid her, let her achieve. Support her, let her conquer. Then she'll show what can be achieved. What glorious view it is when she is allowed to spread her wings. The unobstructed view will fill everyone with joyous hue. Let her fill you with wonderful colors. Let her paint the world with blissful colors. Dr. Geeta Acharya. Thank you.
नमस्कार। आज की मेरी कविता का विषय है स्त्री में प्रगति की ओर उड़ान। स्त्री के कई रूप रंग, कई भूमिकाओं में रची पची स्त्री, अबला, संवेदनशील, कोमल, ऐसे कई पहचान बने स्त्री की। अब बस बहुत हुआ, नहीं चाहिए ऐसे उपनाम। ये आज की नारी है जो कदम बढ़ाना जानती है, आसमान को छूना चाहती है, बस उसे चाहिए थोड़े से अवसर। जिन्होंने हमारा आज बेहतर बनाया, अब बारी हमारी है। आओ आज हम संकल्प करें, हर एक स्त्री या लड़की को खूब पढ़ाए, स्त्री को इतना सशक्त बनाए कि उन्हें अमर्यादित मौके मिलते रहे, उन्हें आत्मनिर्भर बनने का अवसर प्राप्त हो। चलो हम आने वाली पीढ़ी के प्रति अपनी जिम्मेदारी निभाए और इतना काबिल बनाए स्त्री को कि लोग उनका मिसाल देने लगे। धन्यवाद।
Very nice.
पग पग आगे बढ़ती दुनिया, पग पग आगे बढ़ती दुनिया, शीघ्र शिखर चढ़ाएगी। इस दिन नारी का बुद्धि कौशल और क्षमता मिल जाएगी। ऐसा हो परवेश हमारा, ऐसा हो परवेश हमारा, कोई ना समझे इनको बेचारा, भेदभाव से दूर रहकर बढ़ने दो इनको प्रगति पर। काम में दोगे समानता, नहीं चाहिए महानता, अपनी काबिलियत के दम पे पहुंचेगी वो बुलंदियों पे। वो होगी जीजाबाई तो, वो होगी जीजाबाई तो तुम शिवाजी बन जाओगे, वो होगी सीता माता तो तुम लवकुश कहलाओगे। निखरेगी वो अपने दम पर, तुमको भी निखराएगी, अपनी काबिलियत को बढ़ा के वो देश प्रगति ही लाएगी। महसूस करे वो खुद को सुरक्षित, महसूस करे वो खुद को सुरक्षित, जैसे गंगा की निर्मलता, दुर्गा यही है, चंडी यही है, यही है राधा माता सीता। वो नहीं किसी पर निर्भर है, वो नहीं किसी पर निर्भर है, वह लौह समान बरसती है, वो निर्मल मन की मालिक है, वो सिंह समान गरजती है। अर्थव्यवस्था की धरती पर प्रगति के अंकुर बो देगी, वो काट लेगी अन्न धान, वो शत्रु को भी धो देगी। हुंकार भरी जब नारी ने, तब लोगों ने भी जाना है, वो इंदिरा हो या टेरेसा, लोगों ने लोहा माना है। हकदार है जिस सम्मान की वो, सम्मान उसे देना होगा, अधिकार बराबर है उसका, अधिकार उसे देना होगा।
Invest in women, accelerate progress. Give her bricks, a beautiful home will evolve. A few more kicks, a home she'll mold. Give her love, she'll bear the pain. So you have Sprague, a family to claim. A scalpel in hand can cut to heal. Her smile in sickness demand. COVID, a defeatable ordeal. In uniform, uptight. In the farm ploughing green. Conquering the skies in flight. She is the irrefragable queen. Multifaceted kite, reliant. Dancing gracefully she will roar. Conquering humbly triumph. Elevating humanity. Together we'll soar. Thank you.
नमस्ते। आप सभी को विश्व महिला दिवस की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। मैं स्त्री हूँ, मैं स्वतंत्र हूँ, मैं सार्थक हूँ, मैं ही जीवन की धारक हूँ। हर पल जलती एक अग्नि में, हर पल तपती एक ज्वाला में, मैं अगम अनादि साधक हूँ। ना चाह है तेरे भावों की, ना आस है तेरी राहों की, मैं चल सकती हूँ हर पथ पर। मैं जीवन पथ की धावक हूँ। मैं बेटी हूँ, पत्नी हूँ, माँ भी हूँ। मैं हर रिश्ते की परछाई, तू नाम भले दे कोई भी, हर भाव में मेरी गहराई। आंखों में चाहे आंसू हों, पर टूट नहीं सकती हूँ मैं। मेरा मन लौह की प्रतिमा है, वहाँ से केवल भावुक हूँ। मैं स्त्री हूँ, मैं हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Women's inclusion. Invest in women and accelerate progress. By Dr. Vandana Sridhar, Bengaluru. A mighty ovum, just one, and sperms in million. Embryogenesis happen when only worthy sperm is let in. A single queen honeybee rules thousands of bees, you see. Demise of the empress foresee the end of the colonial efficacy. When nature itself has bestowed upon the crown for all the women, dear people, allow women's inclusion, for they nurture the future generation. Investment in women at home, at work needs to widen to accelerate progress. Bang on. Empowered one for certain, a proud asset to a nation. If valor, dedication, perseverance, determination and selflessness, multitasking and kindness had face, it would undoubtedly be a woman's. Happy Women's Day.
Greetings everybody. I am Dr. Ankita Sharma from ISA Gautam Budh Nagar branch. I am consultant anesthesiology and critical care here in Noida. Life is strange. People are strange. What's on the outside is not in the inside. I wonder why. Life is struggle for all. It is all about how you fight back. When odds are rocked against you, this is how woman is. She keeps taking the blows and yet manage to stay standing. And if she ever gets knocked down, people ask how the hell you have guts to get back up and keep fighting. For the women, let's end this struggle. Let's take time to relax and enjoy the scenery. Sooner or later, a natural gust of wind will take her where she wants to be. इसी के साथ दो पंक्तियां मैं आज नारी शक्ति के लिए कहना चाहूंगी। कोई भी देश शिखर पर तब तक नहीं पहुंच सकता जब तक उसकी महिलाएं कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर ना चलें। आइए हम पूंजी अपनी डालें आज की नारी शक्ति में और उनको प्रगति की ओर ले चलें। धन्यवाद।
Yeah, those were the very beautiful poems and from our ISA members. And I think we have encompassed the entire nation. There have been more entries of the poems, and there have been competitive entries in the competition side. I will be asking Dr. Chetna Agarwal to recite only the prize winners, and rest of the poems, every one poem will be, published in the next issue of the paper. Dr. Chetna, unmute yourself and kindly go ahead with that.
These are the International Women's Day influencer statements. Few are the poems, few are the statements. We had
Can it
many
be seen?
entries for that.
Chetna, you have to open it.
Yeah, open it, Chetna. We can see your screen, you have to open it. Click it.
Dr. Chetna, any difficulty you can tell us?
Yes, sir. It's not going. It's
The-
hung, I think.
Shall I try? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Let me see. Okay.
Madam, you can try then.
Then can you close this, please? Sure.
Yeah, I will close this one.
Yes.
Ma'am, you can share
Yes.
your screen.
Sure.
Let Dr. Chetna recite the poem. You share your screen.
Yes. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
You open the poem, first poem.
Yes. It's not a thing. Share. Yes. Can you see this?
Enlarge it, make it full screen, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the most I can do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Visible? Okay.
Visible.
Okay.
Okay, so congratulations to all the winners of Influencer Statement on ISA International Women's Day 2024 celebrations. The first award goes to Dr. P. Veena, Deputy Commandant Anesthesiology, CRPF under Ministry of Home Affairs, ISA Trivandrum City Branch, Kerala. My success story as Deputy Commandant in Anesthesiology. Everything is possible to a willing heart. I was very passionate to join the force, but I was so particular that I will complete PG in Anesthesiology, Regional Cancer Center, Trivandrum, Kerala. As a ninja of Operation Theatre, will handle any crisis in battlefield. During PG time, I cleared ISA Inline Fellowship 2018, Apollo Specialty Jayanagar. I learned Taekwondo, Blue 1 belt now from 2019. Finally, the dream come true. Posting order to join CRPF came in 2023. Posted as Specialist Medical Officer, Deputy Commandant, Anesthesiology in CRPF. It's not just a job for me to be the part of force. It is an emotion for me. I was fortunate to restart Operation Theatre with cases under anesthesia in place of posting in CRPF, which was dormant for few long years. Have initiated roadside CPR for RTA victims as I was able to tackle the mob who were criticizing. That's the power of doctor with uniform. Coming from a very struggled family setup, this uniform is my identity as I'm not just a specialist anesthesiologist, but a unique one with combatization. Jai Hind.
Next one. The same one? Okay.
It will come. The next one will come.
Yes. Okay, I'll do it again.
You have to share the screen again.
Yes.
You have to close it down.
You close it first, and you open the other.
Yes. Yeah, it's taking time.
Enlarge it.
Because of the net issues, yeah.
Madam, enlarge it.
Okay.
Can you see?
Congratulations to the second winner, Dr. Moni Ann Thomas from ISA Kottayam City Branch, Kerala State. Close your eyes and dream a dream. Hold it tightly in your hand and your heart. Watch it grow, then let it go. See the magic it creates. That's you, that's me, the woman, the dreamer, the warrior, the survivor. Let us not restrict ourselves to our homes. We are destined to make the world, so don't allow the world to break us. Every breath we breathe, every word we speak, Every step we take carries a challenge. Remember, the sky belongs to you if you are there for you.
Congratulations to the second prize winner also.
Yes. Next.
So now we have a tie for the third position.
Yes.
We have Dr. Dhanya Ravindran from ISA Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. And we have Dr. Aishwarya Ramanathan, Associate Professor, Department of Anesthesia, Bharat Medical College and Hospital. So there's a tie for the third position.
Dr. Rekha, you closed it first, then you open the third.
Sir.
You close it first.
Yes. Stop share.
No, not stop sharing. Close the window of the point.
It's actually all PDF. No, that's right. Yeah. We have a tie here in the third one. This is from Dr. Dhanya Ravindran.
Yes.
Chetna, can you see?
So at number 3 position, Dr. Dhanya Ravindran, ISA Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. This International Women's Day, let's amplify change. Let's uplift each other, inspire and break barriers together. From providing a pain-free childbirth to ensuring surgical safety in critical events. Let's continue our contribution towards women's healthcare. Today, let us jointly celebrate women's strength and resilience, and let this not be limited to a day or a year, for we stand the pillars of care ensuring women's well-being. Happy International Women's Day to all the incredible women, making a difference one heartbeat at a time.
Thank you, Chetna.
At number 3, the second person on tie, Dr. Aishwarya Ramanathan, Associate Professor, Department of Anesthesia, Bharat Medical College and Hospital. She is wholesome. Stop changing her. She is optimistic. Stop demotivating her. She's majestic. Stop undermining her. She's adventurous. Stop cooping her up. She's noble. Stop taking her for granted. She's a woman. Nurture her with love and respect. Give her wings to fly, for she is made to soar high. So congratulations to all the 4 ISA lady ISNs.
We will be giving the certificates to the winners also, as well as all their poems will be published in the newsletter, ISA newsletter paper, in the March issue. So I request Dr. Manisha and Dr. Chetna to compile the poems and in a sequence manner of the award-winning chronology and send to the ISA nhq@gmail.com. That will be done. So I think another 2-3 good message, because our GC members are also there. Just want to listen from one minute from each. Dr. Chauba is there, Dr. Bhaskar is there. So Dr. Chauba, you just give a 1-minute message on this special day.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Yes.
Audible.
A very good evening to all the respected members, and I want to wish a very happy Women's Day celebration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chauba. Dr. Bhaskar, unmute yourself.
Today is a very special day, International Women's Day celebrated by ISA. I'm very thankful to all of them who organized this wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhaskar. Dr. Cham's name also I'm seeing. Dr. Cham, unmute yourself. Yeah. Your video is not there.
Yeah, I'm driving, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, give the message.
Good evening. Yes, yeah.
Good evening.
Happy Women's Day to all dynamic girls and women from our ISA national and state branch. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Cham. I can see Dr. Kuchela Babu, our past president, sir. He is also there. Dr. Kuchela Babu, sir, can you unmute yourself if you're listening? Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Wish you all, especially the International Women's Day. I'm very happy the ISA is conducting a very good thematic meeting. Very good. Congratulations. All the participants, they've given a very wonderful messages to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence. Another past secretary, Dr. Naveen Malhotra is also there. Dr. Naveen, please.
Good evening to all, and wish all the ladies a very happy Women's Day. And heartiest congratulations to Team ISA for this wonderful program, which has been conducted over last 2 hours today. It was pleasure listening to each and every second, the pearls of wisdom from the 3 past presidents, and nice coordination by the Dr. Manisha Katekar, Dr. Rekha Das, and Dr. Manoj, and excellent show by the Cultural Club and Art and Literary Club. And once again, regards and congratulations to Dr. Maya Tandan, the first anesthesiologist who has been awarded Padam Shri. Thank you all. Have a good day. So nice of you.
Thank you, Dr. Naveen sir. Anybody else want to say, one or two people can say the message, because the time is quite late now. Anybody, they can unmute and they can turn on their video. Or we can then go to the vote of thanks by our treasurer, Dr. Manoj Kumar.
Professor Rakesh Garg.
Dr. Rakesh Garg, he gave this message in the initial. You were missing at that time. Dr. Manoj, kindly.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Bajwa. So I feel honored and privileged to get opportunity to propose vote of thanks on this special occasion of the International Women's Day celebration by ICA National. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the ladies past president of ICA, respected Dr. Divakar Madam, Dr. Premlata Madam, Dr. Premila Cherry Madam, and Dr. Manju Sri Madam for their gracious presence and inspiring words. On the behalf of ICA National, I convey my deep regards and gratitude to the Padam Shri Dr. Maya Tandan Madam for gracing the occasion with her word of wisdom. I am very thankful to President Dr. J.B. Diwatia sir for his vision in the arranging such a innovative program, International Women's Day. I am also very thankful to Honorary Secretary Dr. Sukhvinder Ji Singh Bajwa, Lady Governing Council member Dr. Rekha Das ma'am, Dr. Manisha Katikar madam, and Dr. Indrani Hemant Kumar madam for beautifully planning it. Words are not enough to thank their special effort to save the program. Event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. So this will start rolling months in advance. My special thanks to Vice President Dr. Ganesh Prabhu, past President Dr. Vimesar sir, and President-elect Dr. Bala Venkat sir, Naveen Malhotra sir, Kuchela Babu sir, for their gracious presence and word of wisdom. I am also thankful to the whole governing council, like Choba, L. Choba sir, and Dr. R. Bhaskar sir for their presence with today for a special program. I am very thankful to all the participants in a culture and art and literary club video for presenting these their talent on this special occasion. It makes us realize that there are many hidden talents in our ISA members. I am also thankful to all the participants who participated in the International Women's Day Influencer Statement Competition. Heartiest congratulations to all the winners. A special thanks to dynamic and multi-talented Dr. Chetna Agrawal Madam for beautifully assembling all the talented performance in a video. Thank you, Madam. Hats off to you. The meticulously made video show her special effort. I am also thankful to all the program coordinator of Cultural and Art and Literary Club for their help in all the ISA program. Thank you, Dr. Bhalirao Madam. I would like to thank all the honorable participants who logged in for the today International Day celebration program organized by ICA National. Thank you, all of you, for making this event successful. Jai ISA, Jai ICM.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj. I think before closing, Dr. Divatya sir has appeared again. Sir, you want to give any message further? Divatya sir.
No, just want to say it was an excellent initiative and a very well conducted program. So congratulations and thanks to all the program coordinators, interviewers, for all the members of the cultural club, art and literary club, all the presenters, all those who contributed their poetry and their write-ups, and for everyone who's worked very hard to put this whole program together. And of course, to all our eminent personalities who graced the occasion and gave us their words of wisdom and inspired all of us. And to all the persons who attended this, I think this was a very special session, and I'm sure a lot of us will be enriched and inspired by our leaders and our artists and our all the multi-talented ladies who've presented over here and who have contributed to this, who will continue to contribute to the ISA. And Indrani was asking, like, why can't more women take leadership positions at national level? So I think we got 3 future presidents of the ISA who are here today, lady presidents, and let's see how inspired they are by today's program and how they take their goals forward and how they will serve the ISA in future. So I look forward to the day when all 3 of them will eventually become leaders of the ISA. So thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you, sir. I think it was a wonderful program. I really congratulate the Cultural Club and the Art and Literary Club. And the coordination during all those days, I think majority of us were in Singapore, and such the coordination was still maintained. And our lady past president, they were so much courteous. They agreed on single call that they will be appearing, and really thanks to them and Dr. Maya Tandan ma'am. And she particularly, she got the rehearsal done for getting the no glitches in the technology when she appears on the screen. That's the effort. And we can know from if she can put effort here, a little effort here, what effort she must be putting on the safety program. So really thank to ma'am for gracing the occasion. And congratulations to all the winners of the competition, then the people who presented, the singers, everyone here. It was a wonderful program. And the special thanks to our cultural club, our art and literary club, and the program coordinators. I think this program will continue. And whenever such program comes, I think the next time the participation will be much more. So this program will be available on YouTube tomorrow, because I will be recording this, and tomorrow I will be uploading on the YouTube also. So it's a time to say goodbye and good night. And we always end our meetings and classes by saying, "Long live ISA."
Long live ISA.
ISA.
Thank you, everyone.
Long
Namaskar.
Thank you.